Hey everybody. So a little bit more around fitness and self-defense, and I suggest you check out my second chat with Joe Saunders on the Managing Violence podcast to hear more about this. But we talk a little bit about the importance of being the best version of yourself physically for self-defense context, right? So your attributes, right? So stuff like, how fit you are, how strong you are, how quick you are, how much endurance you have, how much damage you can take and keep going. All those things count a lot more, sorry for all you martial artists, than your martial arts prowess, right? How many techniques you know, right? Like, the good thing about martial arts is that you get both if you do them correctly, right? But for the most part, attributes trump skill. But that's just one element of this. Now, if we're talking about self-defense, right, surviving, which is really what it's about, survival, right? Can you outrun an attacker if you've never run in your life? So it's one thing to say, yeah, I'll just run. Can you run? How far can you run? How fast can you run when you got somebody chasing you? Okay. What about if there's a fire in your house and you have to drag your spouse or your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or your kids out, right? Are you fit enough to do this? Can you put somebody on your shoulders and carry them for 20, 30, 40, 50 meters, 100 meters under difficult conditions? Can you climb a fence if you have to run from something? Can you lift something heavy if something falls on your kid, right? So forget just fighting, right? And attributes trump skill in fighting a lot of the time, right? But in the context of just self-defense and survival, being fit is going to help with all that other stuff that's not necessarily fighting related, but still ties to your survival. The other part of that is that if your goal ultimately in self-defense is to live a long and happy life, right, you should start that by being physically fit, right? It'll help reduce the chances of illness, all that kind of stuff, right? Especially during COVID now, we see people putting on weight. We see people dealing with anxiety and stress because of uncertainty and isolation and quarantine. Fitness is a really great way of making sure that you stay healthy, that you stay fit, right? Do you stay mentally sharp? Do you overcome issues like depression and anxiety and all those kind of things? So forget fighting, right? Get fit, and self-defense and martial arts are a great way to do that if you do it right.